Is it recording on?
All right. We're here at Just Books Bookstore in Jonesboro, Georgia. How y'all doing today? My queen will ask me a few questions, so I got an interview here today. Just waiting for the people to come out. So, hi Shay. How you doing today?
Doing good.
All
right. The first question has two parts. Who is God, and how was it possible for our people to be persuaded to stop being spiritual and become religious, worshiping Him as God instead of remaining in the knowing that we are gods?
Well, we got to look at it like this. It's all an imperialistic mechanism that was forced on us over 400 years ago. So, but I'm going to go into my book and read something before I go any further. I have papyrus too inside my new book. It's called The Black Sun. If y'all ain't got it yet, go and get it. You can get it here at Just Books Bookstore. This is the book. But I'm going to read something pertaining to what you just asked me. And this is titled, What is God? Every scholar of religion communicates on a level of who is God, where it will be easier to ask the question of what is God, because then you will have to go outside of placing God in the jurisdiction of people. What is God? If God is the one who wakes you up every day and prepares you for what you have to do or to take you towards your destiny, this would be an act of sustaining, then we can very well say that God is the sustainer, which also it states in your Christian books. In Psalms 54:4, it says, I can safely say that what sustains life on this realm is water, air, earth, and fire. The sun has in it everything that you have in yourself. It sustains you emotional-wise, which spiritually connects you to who you are, which is a soul. That's who we are. We are a soul. Everything else is an illusion, okay? The water traps life and balances your thoughts, therefore keeping your energy and frequencies hydrated. Air, if it was to leave your illusion, will cause you to become a part of that illusion, making you non-existent. Earth keeps you foundated and level with the constellations, helping you to balance rhythm and reaching dimensional destinations. Many Christians say that sun worship is satanic, but if the sun was to leave the earth, everything would cease to exist. That's all Christianity is. They are unconsciously sun worshippers, which is a great thing, but not in the aspect in which they are worshiping it. What is the date set for all of your energy and money to be directed to a thief in the bullpen? You go to church to give out money to a pastor, correct? So the question of not who is God, but what is God? In the Bible it says that God is a sustainer. As I said in my book, the air sustains you, water sustains you, earth sustains you. So therefore, if we're in the image and likeness of God, as it states in Genesis, then we are the universe. We are everything outside of ourselves. We are the stars. The star is a fragment of the sun. We are fragments of the sun. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to look into the Bible, and many people get it misconstrued because they look at God as being a spiritual deity. You understand? And that's what makes us less self-dependent upon ourselves. We look for something outside of ourselves to come and save us. But can't nothing outside of us save us. We have to save ourselves. So God doesn't exist. And that's what I know. Because, my grandmother believed in God. She died of cancer. My aunt believed in God. She died of AIDS. And there's many other people in the world dying believing in God in the same religion. It's imperialistic mechanism to keep us looking up when we should be looking inside of ourselves. So the thing is this here. You got a God in the Bible killing more people than Satan himself. You can't find one account in the Bible. And if you can show me, I'll give you all of my savings. If you go into that Bible and show me where Satan killed one person other than tempting, then I'll give you my savings. Now, who is God? Now, I'm gonna come down on the level of Christianity. Now, God in the Bible, we have to look at his characteristics. Now in the Bible it says he's a he. And it's mentioned 111 times in the Bible as he being a he. That's human characteristics. You understand what I'm saying? God is jealous, so he's showing emotions. You understand what I'm saying? He's walking in the garden. They hear him walking in the garden. They say he slept on the seventh day. So God gets tired. You understand what I'm saying? So now, if God is a spirit, and spirits is not of the flesh, but they are putting him in the characteristics of being a human being, then we have to say, okay, now we have to step back and start asking questions. Because these damn pastors are getting rich off of you every single day. You poor and you out in the shit on the street. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't even got a place to live. So you work hard all your life to go into the church to give a hypocrite, a pimp, all your money. And don't you know that $8 billion a year in America, pastors make even more than that. Over $8 billion a year. And they take your money out of the community and give it to the IRS, which they are entitled to as a 501c3. It's a nonprofit organization. You understand? So the thing is this here. You have to look at yourself as your sustainer. Because you are air, you are water, you are earth, and you are fire. And all four of these elements makes up melanin. What is melanin? Melanin is what gives you complexion. You understand? And that's what makes black people, or so-called African Americans. You can't be an African American. We'll get that to later on. I know you got to ask me about that. You've been asking me lately about, you know, the nationalities and things of that nature. But I'm gonna stay on topic. But melanin is what makes us a phototrophic people. It makes us a phototrophic people. So, and what is phototrophic? Phototrophic is one who converts sunlight into energy. Just as plants use photosynthesis to convert sunlight to energy, except for plants don't have melanin. Their melanin is chlorophyll. You understand what I'm saying? So they are natural sustainers of the earth also. You understand what I'm saying? So they have frequency and waves, and they also have souls too. Because if you take rock and roll and you place it in front of a plant, and you play it, no matter how much water, no matter how much light you give that plant, it's gonna die. Why? Because it's below a 432 frequency. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to look at it like this: melanin. White folk have melanin. You know, when you get these old dumb so-called conscious black people saying that white folk don't got melanin, they have melanin, but they have a common type of melanin, which we call uomelanin. EUMELANIN, uomelanin. We have three types, which is pheomelanin, neuromelanin, and uomelanin. You understand? So the uomelanin is common because it deals with our electrons. We all live by way of electricity. You understand what I'm saying? For example, a person who have a lot of seizures, they have weak veins, and the veins is where your electricity flows. So if your veins is sharp, shuttle, or down due to the genetically modified foods that we eat, it breaks these veins, and your electricity, what it does is it jumps out into the blood, and it's uncontrollable. You understand what I'm saying? So that's an uncontrollable frequency that we deal with, and there's ways that you can rejuvenate those veins. But because we are eating a lot of this European food, you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't coincide with our electrons, because you got to understand that we atoms. Now back to the Bible. When you go into Genesis, you have the first human life, and the human life is who? Adam, correct? It's Adam. Now we're going to take that word Adam because it's a synonym to Adam, A-T-O-M, which is something that when it's in motion, it's life, it's a soul. Now, in the beginning, we have an Adam, and what Adam has is three